Welcome to Like Mother, Like Murder. I am Rachel.
And I'm Heather.
We bring you the good,
The badass,
and the crime.
This is Like Mother, Like Murder. Welcome back to Like Mother, Like Murder.
Like Mother, Like Murder.
Like Mother, Like Murder.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it again. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Like Mother, Like Murder, episode 87. Episode 87. Yes, it's happening. We are here today with a special one for you guys. We have our Welcome
good,
to
the badass, and
Like
the
Mother,
crime.
Like Murder.
Number 3.
I am Rachel.
It's 3,
And
right?
I'm Heather.
When I was titling
We
it, I was
bring
like,
the
I'm pretty
good,
sure this is 3.
The badass.
So
and
that's
the
why I
crime.
put a question mark at
This
the end of our
is
title.
Like Mother, I saw
Like
that. I started
Murder.
laughing, but I was like, is it? I don't even remember, but I feel like it is. These are newer. These are a little bit more on the lighthearted side. We do cover, it's all like mom-related, mom topic stuff, but it's the good headlines, the badass moms, and then a crimey crime. So that is what we bring here on this segment of Like Mother, Like Murder.
Honestly I love all of our episodes. I'm not going to lie. But I love these episodes because when we get in like a heavy crime, like, oh, damn, like shit's getting like real. It's good to do these to mix in that good and that badass. And usually we pick I try to go for like dumbass crimes.
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's okay because we're still gonna have a little mix up in there. But I really like these episodes. I hope you guys like them too. It's just our way to kind of palate cleanse, and I hope you guys feel the same way.
Yep, absolutely. So a couple things that I want to start with is we brought this up a couple weeks ago, I believe, where we had talked about we want to bring back some of our mom topic conversations, our mom topic episodes. Actually, it wasn't really us who brought it up.
I was going to say, due to popular demand from the
we were
listeners,
asked to do that. So
we were told, get your shit together, girls, and give us some more mom stuff.
And we oblige. So we will be doing that. And the first one that we are actually going to be doing is going to be a venting episode. Trust and believe, Heather and I can sit here, we can vent.
This is what we do.
This is what we do all day, every day. But the thing that makes the mom topic episodes so great, and I think why you guys want them back in the first place, is that engagement, that interaction, and you guys being able to tell your stories and hear other stories that just, it's so relatable. Motherhood is such one of those journeys where you feel so alone at certain times, yet you hear a story and you realize you're not. And it's crazy. So we love those episodes. They'll be coming back. But with that said, feel free to send in a little segment of you venting, of you getting something in your motherhood journey off your chest that you need to talk about. You could write it in. You can send in an audio clip. You can send in a video of you just telling it to us. You can call us and we will talk to you and you can let us know. Whatever works for you works for us. So get those in as soon as possible so that we can get that episode out to you guys as soon as we can.
Literally, the next time something in your motherhood journey gets you going, just
think about
pick up your phone and voice record your internal monologue.
Yes.
Because that's exactly what we're looking for. And it's not going to take everyone will have one to us in 24 hours as soon as you listen to this because it's a constant.
It is a constant. Look, I'll probably have one before the end of this episode.
We definitely had some before this episode, so it is what it is.
Yes, we sure did. Do you want to cheers me real quick so we can get into this? Because that actually brings me into my good, which I'm starting with. Oh, I love your cup.
Look at
cheers,
my
everybody.
Cute
Cheers. Clink, clink, my loves.
That felt a little loud, sorry.
That, like I said, that venting session actually brings me into, we're going to start with the good. We do the good, the badass, the crime. So the good. Okay. My good mom that I'm going to be talking about, which I should actually pull up my stuff, but the good mom that I'm going to be talking about actually sang a song. Okay. She's a content creator. She sang a song called Good Mom. And that's how I found it. Okay. But the lyrics of this, right? So her name is Faraday Olson. She wrote a song, content creator. She dabbles in many things of being, she can do like musician stuff. She is a comedian as well. And this song is actually a shout out to the moms. And the main lyric in it is, I'm not a good, or bleh, let me learn how to be, because I can't sing it, right? I'm not going to sing for
Why
you guys.
not?
Because I'm not that good. But maybe I'll like write her and see if we can play the song on the episode. So
That's a good idea.
It says, I'm a good mom, not a perfect one. That is like the main lyric in this thing, right? And
I'm going to cry.
oh, you'll cry
Thank
when
you.
I'm talking. Yes.
Thank
you,
you.
Faraday. Absolutely. But listen, this article and the reason that this song came about is something that we all go through in motherhood, right? It's that constant wanting to be the best mom that you can be, wanting to do all of those things that you see other people doing sometimes, wanting to do the things that you're like, you told yourself as you were growing up, like, oh, when I'm a mom, I'm only going to let my daughter have 20 minutes of screen time in like a day. You know, I'm going to make sure she climbs trees. I'll never let her wear makeup out of the house until she's 25, you know, stuff like that. And that's, you know, sometimes not the reality. Sometimes you hold strong to those things, and power to you guys. But sometimes that's not what it is. So she talks about that struggle in her life because, you know, she wanted to be that mom. In the article, she says she wanted to be that mom that grew her garden, picked up that broccoli, cooked it for her daughter, you know. She wanted to be the no screen mom. She's like, I will never have my daughter see the glow of a screen or the dum-dum of like the Netflix, you know. And we've been there, right? We always critique 100%. And judge and criticize like our own motherhood journey and what we're doing. And so she came up with the song, and some of the lyrics I wanted to say, which I will be sharing this. You can go find it in the source notes. But like I said, I am going to reach out to her and see if she will allow us to play some of it on here. But it says, my kid only eats macaroni. Her face is always looking at a screen. I rarely read her books before bed, and I often forget to brush her teeth. I am a good mom, not a perfect one. I'm always making mistakes. I am a good mom with many limitations. I can't be everything, and that's okay. It's cute. I know, Heather, don't do that, because I'm already like, we're like 2 seconds in, and I'm already like in my feelings. I just got
like full body like.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And it's hard because she also talks about the fact that after this came out, the criticism that she received. It's so sad how many little people can hide behind their keyboards and say all these rude things, but like, oh, you don't even try it? Like, oh, you gave up on motherhood type stuff? And she's like, I try every day. So, like, yeah, people are not very kind, and it's really, really sad. They say like, and I quote from this, wow, what a lazy mom. You're neglecting that baby. You don't prioritize your children. Why even have them? These are the things that people have to put up with, and it's not okay. We need to change that narrative, and that's one of the reasons here, you know, on our Momcast, when we were doing these mom topic episodes, and I think the reason a lot of you guys miss them is we wanted to create that community where you guys felt safe. You felt a space that you guys could.
Judgment-free.
Exactly.
Complete just support. Yeah.
And
I would just hope that for every one of those trolls, I don't even hope. I know for a fact that for every one of those trolls, there's 10 moms who feel exactly the same way as she does. Yeah. And it's, you know what? Those trolls can just suck it.
Yep. Absolutely.
Suck it.
Suck it. Suck it, bitch. All right. That's a great way to start. I did want to say, you know, she as a, strong mother and comedian as well, she just responds with, "I clearly hit a nerve."
Good for you, girl. Seriously, you can't. I mean, but that's exactly like kind of the whole point, right? And that's what's so crazy is she is putting out there that she's freaking flawed. But
Right.
every
Aren't we
single
all?
mom is.
Yep.
Every single human being is, and so. The crazy thing is she's putting it out there to say that, yes, I know I'm flawed and, that is what it is, but I'm still a good mom. And it is just insane to me that it's almost like she's putting herself in like a vulnerable space saying, hey, I'm making mistakes and, but I'm a good mom.
Right.
And people are still like almost wanting to kick her while she's putting herself out there to be a voice for other women and mothers who no doubt feel the same freaking way, and people find the audacity to freaking, I mean, what are you doing?
Turn your audacity down. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Turn those gains all the way fucking down.
All the way.
Thank you, Trevin, for teaching us that vocabulary.
Now we'll be teaching the mothers about their gains. That is my good, though, and
I love it.
It's important that we support each other and don't be little fucking twat waffles. So
good word. Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
You're up, baby.
So my good, I can't help but I feel like I did this on the last episode too. But this isn't a human mom. But I just thought this story was so cute. No, not a doggy mom. A gorilla mom.
A gorilla mom.
A gorilla mom.
Oh.
So the headline is critically endangered. So this is a critically endangered species of gorilla. Gorilla born at London Zoo. Moments mom is gently cradling her newborn. So it's so cute. You have to look up this story because the pictures
are adorable.
Oh my god, this baby gorilla is just the cutest, and you can just see. It's so crazy. You can just see the love from the mom.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna completely butcher this name, but I'm gonna do the best that I can. Juku, the mom, gave birth for the second time on January 17th, following an 8.5-month pregnancy and a speedy, get this, hell yeah, good mom, 17-minute labor. Get it, girl.
Yeah.
Pop that little thing out.
She was like, I'm done here.
She's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I did my time. She's going to write in and vent to us about those 8 months.
We're here for it, girl.
Gorilla stories coming soon.
We'll need a translator. So just moments after the birth, she could be seen gently cradling her tiny infant before welcoming the gorilla troop's curious youngsters. So, within their troop, there's some other like younger gorillas.
Right.
So there's 2 other younger gorillas that wanted to come look at the new addition.
Oh.
So adorable. And so this happened at the London Zoo, like I said, and they said that the birth was a cause for celebration because this is a Western lowland gorilla, which is classified as critically endangered. Okay. So awesome that they're able to do this. The manager of the zoo's primate section said, quote, after a very quick labor, Mjuku was spotted on camera tenderly holding her newborn and demonstrating her wonderful mothering instincts.
We've got them, you guys. We've got them.
So
all
cute.
of us. Yes.
I know.
Most
think
of
it
us.
really
Some of you guys
just
suck.
I
No,
mean, we cover a lot of cases where I'm like, you have zero mother instinct.
I just felt bad as I said that because I was like, we just talked about how we need to be supportive and stuff, but then you're right.
I mean,
we do
we'll
cover
support
some
you
that we
up
do
to
not
a certain
support.
point.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I just thought this one was so cute, and it just happened last month. And you seriously, guys, you have to look at the picture. It's so sweet. And the baby gorilla is just like hanging out with his mama. They actually they don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet because they haven't been able to get close enough. She hasn't let any of the zookeepers get close enough. And they said it might be 6 months because it hangs real close to mama for those first 6 months. as it should be. This is why maternity leave needs to be a lot longer in this country. Thank you very much. But yeah, so just wanted to go kind of. I feel like it's hard for me to find the good ones, and then when I run across an animal one, I'm like, oh, that's it.
There it is. That is the winner.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
That's gonna be your segment every single time. Animal mommies. Animal mommies. I love it. I love that though. That's so adorable. I cannot wait to see it.
You have to see the pictures.
I know.
It's so cute.
Oh, can't wait. All right, moving right along to our badass mom section. This was fun. I love finding a badass mom. There's so many of them out there.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing what people do and how awesome people are. I love a baddie, okay? But anyways, my badass mom I will be shouting out today is Cori Bush, who is actually the first Black woman to represent Missouri in Congress.
Oh, get it. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Really quickly, though, I want to say that February is Black History Month. We are in February right now. And Heather's actually putting together an episode that will be in honor of Black History Month. Not exactly sure where you're taking it, like what extent, but I don't have all the details, but that's coming soon. So stay tuned for that. All right. But back to this badass mama Cori Bush. The article reads, the nurse, single mom, pastor, activist, and first Black woman to represent Missouri in Congress says, my goal is to do my part to end racism in this country. I am proud of my journey. I overcame homelessness, domestic violence, sexual assault, police brutality, and attempts on my life. Now I'm in Congress representing the district that I've lived in and I've loved for my entire life.
Fuck. Get it, girl.
I had to breathe.
I got full body shivers again. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't want to. I get choked up a lot because of stuff like this, because I just love when people fight to do better for themselves. And when they do that, they find a way to want to do better for others as well. And it's such a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
my little. I mean,
it takes so much. It takes a lot of effort to lift yourself up, right. And then you're even that much stronger once you've lifted yourself up and then decided I'm gonna lift people up with me. Yes. And just taking that one step further. Woo. I'm not done with
Shout it out. I do want to say a couple things though, because she could have an episode on herself, to be honest, and what she's been through in her life.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And what she's overcame, and what she's doing now as a leader in her community, right? Like all of the things. But as the article states, Cori had been through a lot. I should have said that there's a couple trigger warnings through this episode, so my bad. I should have started with that. Here is your trigger warning right now, right here. She was actually raped when she was younger and impregnated by her rapist. She ended up getting an abortion. She made the decision to have an abortion. Mm-hmm. And later she did have a daughter later on in life and was a single mother for a very long time. When she was out of high school and early in her life, she immediately started going to college while working in a preschool. She then went to nursing school, graduating the nursing program. She did that for a few years. And after that, she became a lead pastor at a church. Like, what has she not done? Okay. But wait, she then gets into politics. She's like, what else can I do? Get into politics, where she became a political activist working as a triage nurse. Then in 2016 is when she first ran for a seat in Congress. She didn't get it. She came in a very, very close second place to someone else, which was also like one of those things where like the people who had been, winning, it's because they've been there forever.
Yeah, they were
their
incumbents.
Names have been in there forever. So she's doing her thing though, but that didn't stop her, right? She didn't lose that fire and that passion, and she continued to fight for what she wanted. And finally in 2020, she made that happen, won her election, taking her seat in the Missouri Congress. She did all of this while being a badass mama. And I love it.
That's so amazing.
I love it.
That's so amazing.
That's my girl.
That.
Shout out to Cori Bush. And
hell yeah.
That.
Love it. Shout out.
Yes.
I love that. I love to see that. And you can just see, like, with everything she went to, she was always in a profession of helping people.
Right.
Nursing is not. Woo.
No.
I mean, that takes a strong person going, pastor, obviously looking to help people and then taking it to a whole nother level by, you know, being a congressperson for her entire district. It just goes to show, you know, the type of person that she is and what she's trying to do with her life. And that's awesome.
Yep.
That's so
we
cool.
love to see that.
Love it. Okay, so my badass mom is an Alabama mom who is literally 1 in a million because she delivered 2 babies from 2 uteruses in 2 days.
Wait, I need you to just say that sentence one more time.
Yes.
And I want to see if I understand it the second time you said it, because I
She
didn't
delivered
understand it just now.
2 babies
Okay.
from 2 uteruses in 2 days. So let me explain. When
she wasn't pregnant.
No, yes, she was. With 2 babies in 2 different uteruses.
Oh, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, that's what I thought at first, but then I was like, oh, she's the nurse, like, delivering. And I'm like, well, duh, they do
the
that all the
mom.
What?
She's the mom.
What are
so
you saying?
Her name is Kelsey Hatcher. She's
Okay.
32 years old.
Okay.
And when she was a teen, she was diagnosed with uterus, I'm going to say this wrong, didelphys? Uterus didelphys, commonly referred to as a double uterus, which occurs in 0.3% of women.
What?
So apparently, yeah, you can be born or develop 2 uteruses in your stomach.
I don't even want one.
I know.
Look, I don't even want the one I have.
It really makes you wonder, like, okay, does that mean she has 4 fallopian tubes or just 1 fallopian tube on each? I really am interested in the anatomy of this because I'm like, damn. So she has 2 uteruses, and the crazy thing is she has actually had 3 typical pregnancies in the past year. This was her technically 4th and 5th pregnancy, okay, because 2 different uteri. Okay, so she welcomed 2 beautiful baby girls into the world last week, and they're technically considered fraternal twins because they were born like at the same time, but in different. I don't. So anyway, she delivered these fraternal twin girls. They came from 2 separate wombs, and even more badass. So her first baby, named Roxy, was born vaginally on December 19th, and then the next day, Rebel. So you've got Roxy and Rebel.
That's so cute.
So cute.
That is so cute.
Rebel was delivered via C-section 10 hours later on December 20th.
Wow. What?
Isn't
That is wild.
it's so wild, so crazy.
She's thriving right now. Like, she's living her life, just doing awesome.
I mean, this is her 4th and 5th baby.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, it's crazy. Like, so
she has double the chances to get pregnant, apparently.
Well, that's the thing, though, is they said that the odds of it happening at the same time in 2 different uteruses that's the 1 in a million thing.
Wow.
They were like, that odds of that happening are insane. So, some crazy stuff. It really makes you wonder, what are the different complications? You know, because obviously just having multiples in general means you're going to have almost like a higher risk, pregnancy and labor. And then when they're in 2 separate wombs, because, get this, she also has 2 separate cervix.
Wow.
So
okay,
I assume that's why one was delivered, vaginally, and the other had to be C-section, because that means both cervix. Imagine double cervix dilation.
No, I don't want to imagine that, but I do want, once you look into it and you figure out the anatomy behind everything, and you either draw it out yourself or find.
Yeah, you want me to draw her uteri and fallopian tube.
So please let me know. Because I am super interested in seeing, like, what What?
It was when I read this, I was like, oh, that, I mean, okay, she had twins, but they were like, oh no, from 2 uterus. And I was like, what?
That's so wild.
Yeah.
What a crazy story.
Super
what
crazy.
A badass
Super
mama.
badass
Kelsey, what was her name?
mama. Kelsey Hatcher.
Kelsey Hatcher.
Mhm.
Wow, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. Does she get two
That's
periods?
right. Huh?
Does she get
I don't
two
know.
periods?
See, that's my question. I'm like, I don't even know. I have to look into it. This idea of uterus.
Any of you guys out there listening,
Adelphus?
do you guys have this? Like, anyone
I mean,
come and
it's
tell us about
0.3%. So
we have a very, very large following.
I mean,
no, just kidding.
there's a chance. That's like, well, it's less than 1 in 100, but you know.
Yeah. Wow, that is wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Badass mommies for you right there.
Yeah,
we love a badass mom. All right. You ready for my crime? I'm really
so
happy
ready.
that your crime is going to go second since you said yours is a little less.
Mine's, well,
right.
it's not. It's, well, I guess nobody dies. So I guess I consider that quote unquote lighthearted in a way, but it's still fucked up. It's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine, no one dies either. And like I said
Okay.
earlier, trigger warning, I am going to talk about sexual assault here.
Okay.
But my crime is a Kentucky crime. The article actually just came out yesterday. And
wow.
it's super sad. I hate stuff like this so much, but we have to talk about it because these things, you know, we're bringing awareness, we're having these conversations, and hopefully it's to keep more and more people safe each day, right? If there's any way to do that. Like, if there's any way to do that, I hope that hearing these things makes you more aware, makes you more, you know, whatever it is. I hope that's happening. So, if you need to skip over this part, there will be talk of rape. Skip forward a few minutes. If not, the headline reads, 2 Kentucky moms say that they were drugged and raped in the Bahamas nightmare.
Oh my God.
So these 2 moms plan a vacation, which that kills me so much as well, because it's like you're sitting there planning something that you definitely want to look forward to. They plan a cruise, and one of the stops of the cruise is in the Bahamas, okay? The 2 went out for buy one, get one drinks at the local resort that they were at. They started feeling what they thought at the time was really, really drunk. They said that they were not big drinkers, so they thought that it just hit them very hard. And, you know, suddenly, that we know now that's not what it was. They ended up wanting to go walk it off because whatever they were feeling was not good. They decided that they wanted to go and walk the beach, and some of the resort staff told them where they could go collect some seashells to take home to their families, to their kids. The next thing that one of the girls remembers is coming to, and her quote is that she came to in the process of the rape. So, and it was one of the men who had actually pointed them in the direction of the shells on the beach that was on top of her. The Bahamas police arrested the 2 men, but they really did nothing for these 2 moms. They didn't give them the rape kits that they requested. They treated them like offenders. And when the girls got back on the cruise ship, they were actually given breathalyzers, which showed that they were not drunk at all. And they did find I'm so bad at this word, benzodiazepines. Did I do good?
Benzodiazepine.
Okay.
Yeah, you did
in
it.
their systems. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked. It's such a scary situation, you know, for these 2, and honestly, for many more. This
well,
is not
exactly,
the
because
first...
that can have been the first time.
Right.
Because clearly they had this they have run this exact same situation.
Right.
Oh
right.
my god.
And to know, like, yes, these 2 were arrested. It was a 54-year-old, it was a 40-year-old. They were arrested, but the fact that then these 2 women were treated the way that they were treated is disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But it's sad because this is not the first time that we hear about these things, especially resorts, especially when you're planning those trips. And they said that after in this article, they were saying how they didn't realize how common, I guess, when they were making these plans, they didn't realize how common it was. And they're like, I don't know if it would have changed their planning process. I'm not sure, but who knows? And that's why we need to talk about this, because you
go
need
to these places expecting to be
having a good time.
You're at a resort.
Right.
So it's like tourists, hundreds and hundreds of tourists come here every day. Like there's no, like you wouldn't think, but like that's what's so shady is you're putting your trust into these people and they are just completely like fucking you over. Like this is such bullshit.
Right. It really is. It really is.
And they were together. They, they were put, and it's not like they went out on their, not that that's any freaking excuse. No. A woman should totally be able to like go out on her own if she wants to, but power in numbers, we know that they were together and still, that's just so freaking scary, especially because the way that you described it, this is clearly something that those men have done.
Right.
Multiple times.
Yeah. And it's terrifying to know that they just felt like they felt super drunk. And then it wasn't that whatsoever. It, with this, it's one of those things where you really do have to be on guard 110% of the time at all times because of these fucks who are on the prowl, who are doing stuff like this. And it's just... It's such a sad reality.
It's so hard to think, but it's like, I mean, power in numbers. I mean, they were together, which is good, but, trying to just be aware of your surroundings. The shitty part of it is like a lot of this, it makes me so mad that, and I worry about this every freaking day, having 2 daughters, that it's on, it shouldn't be. This is bullshit. But it's on us. Like, we have to be the ones to, like, worry about this shit on our vacation. Right. We have to be the ones to have anxiety about it and keep our eyes peeled and be aware of our surroundings and make sure there's power in numbers. It's like we're taking on the responsibility of some other
person's
asshole.
Actions,
not, it's such bullshit.
It really is.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Damn. Yep. Well, I'm glad that they... got back to the ship, that they had those breathalyzers done, that they were asking for the things that they were asking for. And I really hope that, because obviously it can't have been the first time these dudes were freaking caught. I mean, come on. Like, it sounds like they ran this a bunch of times. Yeah. I really hope that they just, like, fight for them to be, like, go to jail for the rest of your freaking life.
Right.
Ooh.
Yeah, and, it's... I'm not going to get into this story, but I've been there. And it's one of those things where
I know I was very
well, and reading this broke my heart because it's like me at that state, like when that happened to me, I didn't realize what was happening. It wasn't until later that I was like,
none of you guys did until later. Shit.
But I mean, even like a while later, like not the next day, like it was a while that I was like, oh my God, because if I would have known, if I would have heard stories like this, if I would have been more, knowledgeable, not that I want to hear stuff like this, but if I would have known more, I would have known to say, you know what, get me tested, take this in, go straight to that restaurant and do exactly what you need to fucking do. You know, and I because
it wasn't the first time that happened at that restaurant
exactly.
Either.
So,
oh my gosh.
All right.
Yeah, some
bring us
shit.
home because I'm done with this one.
Well, I'm about to bring you home to some more shit that's going to piss us off. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
So the crime. Tell me if this sounds a little familiar, and I can't believe that this shit is still happening.
Oh, boy.
Here's the headline. Ohio mother accused of faking daughter's cancer to raise thousands. Come on.
Oy.
Gypsy Rose just got out. We do not need to be replaying this again.
We're done with this.
I know.
What?
So her name is Pamela Reed. She's 41 years old. And
the mom or the child?
The mother.
Okay.
Yeah. And her poor 7-year-old daughter. Come on. So the mother was charged with theft after being accused of fabricating her child's cancer diagnosis to receive donations. One organization had donated around $8,000 to the family. She was arrested by officers in January, after child services were notified of the alleged deception. So apparently a school nurse, shout out to the school nurse, thought something fishy was freaking going on.
Yeah.
And she reported it.
Good job.
Hell yeah.
Good job, nurse.
And then, hell yeah. And then the authorities were able to confirm that the child did not suffer from cancer. And it was eventually pushed along to local child services and all the authorities that got involved. But, I mean, this was just all too familiar reading this. She had posted images online of her 7-year-old daughter receiving medical scans. She had shaved the child's head. And I'm just
piece
like,
of shit.
Did we not learn our lessons?
No.
Did we not learn our lessons, people? This is absolutely bonkers. I'm just so glad. And see, I guess we did learn our lessons. So, some of us. The mother clearly did freaking not.
Right.
But shout the heck out to the nurse,
Yeah.
the child services, all of those authorities who said, no, we are going to do our due diligence here and we're going to look into this. And this 7-year-old didn't have to go another, how old was Gypsy Rose? Like 20 or something by the time, right? So, like, shout out that those people did their job and it didn't go undetected for another decade.
That part, part for sure. It tears me up inside the way that you were saying how that one, I forget what organization you said, raised $8,000.
$8,000.
How many people need that? How many people could be utilizing? Yes, like the fact that there are so many people in need and you're willing to go to these lengths is just
It's so messed up because exactly what you said is that there are people and children who actually do have cancer that could be needing that for their medical bills, for, doing like different treatments for, get them out. It's insane that people just take advantage of people's, hospitality and people wanting to do the right thing and do good for others, and this is what comes to it because I was like, I'm reading this and I'm like, oh, this is Gypsy, like it's coming back into the news because I figured, oh, it's coming back into the news because Gypsy Rose just got out, right? Like that was my thought. But then I'm reading his, I'm like, no, this is not Gypsy Rose. And I was like, what in the absolute heck?
When did this happen? How long ago
this was this? This is January of this year.
Whoa.
This year. This is still happening. So it's insane. And the crazy thing is she was only charged for theft by deception, which can lead to 1.5 years in prison. I'm sorry. What about like
child abuse?
Child abuse.
Yeah.
Like where's that charge? Are you joking? Like, come on. And I'm just like, can we not? And had she been able to continue on with this ruse, shit would have got way worse.
Right.
Like, it would have gone way further than her lying to people and shaving her kid's head. Like, this is
such bullshit.
Makes me
I
so
just
mad.
like, there's so many people I don't like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of people I do like.
Remember how we said we support our moms? We don't support this mom.
No, we don't support this mom.
This is not okay at all.
And all of you guys, I want you to rally with us. You also don't support this
You
mom.
do not support this.
Yeah. We tell you who you support. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah. I was just in shock that I was like, what are the odds that Gypsy Rose gets out and then like a few months later, damn.
Not even.
But there it is.
Like, she got out. It was a week or two later that this mom friggin' did this shit.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Wild. Wow.
Yep. But there it is.
Bullshit right there. Yeah. Oh. There you guys have it. That is the good, the badass, and the stupid, petty moms that we can't stand.
For real.
Ew. That's the new segment. It's called The Good, the Badass, and the Dumb Ass Bitches. No, I'm just kidding. Wow. I'm still just like, my jaw is on the ground.
Can you
I'm
believe
like,
it?
I just hate it so much.
I just cannot believe that this
Why
is
do
still.
people do
I'm
stuff
just.
like
I
this?
am. I am just so thankful that that nurse stepped up when she was like, "This don't feel right," and then that everyone did their due diligence, because just so thankful that this didn't go on for years and years and years later and result in, a major, harm and or death of anybody. And so I'm just thankful for that. But I still just, that poor 7-year-old. And I didn't read anything. I really only read like 2 articles about it. But I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen to the girl now. I don't know if the dad is in the picture. Well, so that's even more where I'm like, so not only are you, doing this like to her, I didn't read anything about a dad. So I'm like, now what's going to happen to your daughter? I really hope there's family.
People make such selfish decisions.
So
it's just
selfish.
really, really ridiculous. The more every single day. That's like the 2024 for me has been the year of realizing that so many people are so selfish in their decisions. And you know what's crazy? I need to look back at I did an ins and outs thing, right?
Oh,
and
yeah, that's right, for the new year.
I think my ins, one of them was for me to be more selfish. Because
you yourself, not other people.
Right. Yeah, but it's the fact that like
because you're a giver, Rachel.
Well, I want to give myself a high five and end this episode on a high note before I start venting. That is for another episode.
That's for the next one.
We don't need to get into that shit. We only let you know what we want you to know.
The magics of editing.
Oh, well, yeah, there it is, guys. That is all we have for you guys this week. And stay tuned. We got some really good stuff
We
coming
got
for
some
you
more
guys.
good stuff coming up in February.
Some collaborations.
Some collabs that will happen. Yeah, for sure.
Also, send in those episode requests. We've got a few, and we're working on them, and that's kind of like one of those goals. Vent it up.
Oh, and make sure that you are, speaking of goals, make sure that you are sharing this podcast with whoever. We are still on track to reach 100,000 by the end of the year. And with that said, if you haven't already, go leave a rating and review. That really helps us get out to other people. And the last thing I want to say, if you haven't heard us talk about it enough, go to YouTube and just check out how cool Rachel's background looks.
Which I didn't even post last week's
pretty
episode.
Badass.
On Tuesday, which it'll be
well,
up soon,
now, like, with our schedules, all the, like, different recordings are going to be, like,
They are.
So I don't even know when we actually talked about it for the first time.
It's fine. It'll be on there. Just go and watch whatever's available for you to watch.
Love it.
I did want to say, Heather doesn't even know this, so this is actually, like, a little surprise.
Oh, no.
But on TikTok, you guys, if you're not following us on TikTok, I actually posted earlier today, saying that we want to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok so that we can go live. I want to be able to, when the episodes drop, I want to be able to go on there and live stream to have some conversations with people about the episodes that just come out that week, okay? So what I did was I shared it and I said, start sharing it with your friends, start commenting, whatever it is, get people here. Once we hit 1,000, I said we're going to do a little merch giveaway. Yeah. So not really sure what that's going to entail yet, but we will do a little bit of something for you guys once we hit that so that we can get on there and start doing some lives over on TikTok as well, because we've been doing a couple on Instagram, and I want to do more of that.
They're so fun.
I want to do more of that. So trying
sure.
to do that and reach a different just a different way of getting these stories and these cases out. But that is it for you guys. We will talk to you on Tuesday. And until then, make sure that you guys are supporting one another. You guys are lifting people up. Stop being shady ass bitches. Like, if that's you, change that. We don't need that here. It's not the space for you. We invite those supportive and amazing moms and women and people in general.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we accept over here. Okay,
That's
if
right.
that ain't you, fuck off. Fuck
Turn
off.
around and let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
That's it. All right, we will talk to you guys next week. Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.